Making a decision is really hard in any facet of life. It requires you to look at the fear behind that decision. It requires you to decide something without all the information, because that information is unknown. Yeah? When I was pregnant, my doctors used to tell me all the time, I wish I could give you a crystal ball. I don't have a crystal ball. I wish I could tell you these answers that you're asking me. Going into labor and the fear of having my children prematurely was a true threat that I had to face every single day of my pregnancy. And I mean every single day from like 14, 16 weeks, all the way until I had them. And that idea of this crystal ball, it's the truth. That fear and anxiety behind making choices in this life, it's debilitating, it's crippling, it's paralyzing, it's just gut-wrenching to our brains. And the hours upon hours that we allow ourselves to just struggle internally in our brain with the what ifs or the shoulds or the possibilities. And you know, I was watching something last night with Brene Brown and Oprah, and Brene Brown said that she started her research about 6 months before 9/11. And she discussed how this fear became internalized within us, that we just kind of like placed a shield of bubble wrap around us of this fear of like what could happen. And we all live this way. And I believe that we're all living that again right now. We're all learning to live from fear. We're all teaching our children to live from fear. We're all making decisions out of fear. I think that I used to talk to the peanut gallery. I used to ask every single person, what did they think? I used to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk just to hear myself out loud, or to hear what other people say, or to have people make a decision for me. Allowing someone else to make a decision for you is actually easier. It gets you off the hook. It gets you off the hook for the responsibility of making a decision with whatever that is. Because then if something happens down the road, then you don't have to deal with it because, oh, they tried to help you make a decision. So it's not really your decision, but like, you know, we kind of did the best thing. Yeah, like all that, right? All that. And when we make a decision, when we make a decision, It's fucking scary. You making a decision forces you to be responsible for that decision, forces you to own that decision, forces you to trust that decision, forces you to have a voice. Your voice. Making a decision and living in that and honoring your choices, your decisions, your gut. Being able to get there, being able to say, I can own my decisions. It allows you to release the fear of failure. It allows you to know that you will be holding responsibility for your decisions. And if you fuck up, or if it fails, or if it doesn't work, you can say, yeah, that didn't work. I tried it. I thought this was like the right thing, and let's regroup, let's revamp, let's figure this out. I gotta figure this out. What feels good? What should I try next? The only place we can grow is from failure. The only place we can learn is from failure. And in order to achieve failure, you got to be vulnerable. You have to allow yourself to be vulnerable. What would that feel like for you? To live in a space where you're so vulnerable that you're able to make those decisions no matter the fear of possible consequences or possible failure. What would that feel like for you to be able to trust your intuition, trust your gut, and hold yourself responsible for the choices, decisions, and ideas, values, and beliefs for yourself? Like, dream of that for a second. What would that look like? What would my life look like? Would my life look different? Would my life be hard? Would my life be exciting? What would that look like for you? Let me know.